Okay, well, let's get moving. Just going to put you on mute and share some music. So we're going to start standing. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of footwork to begin with. So I'd like you to point your toes and then release. You're going to point forward and then come back, point, back, and then do the same on the other side. So you're pointing and then coming back. And do the same, but out to the side. And over the other way. And the same, but to the back. And on the other side. I'm going to do the same, but forwards with a lift. Can we get a little bit of height on the leg? And change legs. And really point into your toes. And to the side. A little bit of height. And the other way. And to the back. Try and stay upright as you kick back. Bottom muscle. Let's get that a little warmer. Think about your posture. So lengthening up through the crown of your head. And switch to the other side. One more time. And we're going to open the feet. And turn out the toes. Think of your knees going out over your smaller toes. And then coming back up. Do it again. Plie down and lift. With a plie, tuck your bottom under, stay upright in your upper body. Open the arms and release. Open. 2 more. And we're going to soften the knees and lean. Lift. Lean. So lean up with our plie. So we're going to lean and then plie down and lean and plie down. And bringing your feet in, tiptoe rise, circling back. Do it again, arms coming up. Can you sweep your ears with the upper part of your arm and then reverse. Can we go one up and one down? And change direction. Alrighty, arms wide. We're going to swing the leg, circle, and sweep through. Circle, and sweep through. Alrighty, let's change legs. Lift and circle. One more time. And this time to the back. So we lift, circle, down. Lift, circle, down. Do it again. And on the other side, lift, circle, down. Lift, round and down. So mobilizing our hip. We can just do one more. Alrighty, and then let's come down onto the backs. Do some mobilization for our spine. So if you can join me down here, you can nudge your screen down. Inches as we go through. So tucking your knees and then tapping. So mobilizing our lower back. Breathe out as you tuck, breathe in as you tap down. See if you can lift your bottom off the floor to get into those lower back muscles. Now you can either stick with this version or coming up to a hover. So you tuck and roll and then balance. So see for level 2, if you can get your feet off the floor and hold just for a few seconds. And lift and lengthen your posture. Level 3, you're going to hold here in a V-sit and then roll. Lift up through your breastbone. And we do that twice more. Reach into your toes. Final one. Alrighty, from here, we're going to roll onto our front and move into doing some cobras. So hands just slightly wider than your shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in, squeeze the buttocks to support your back. And as you do it, just checking in with your back. How's it feeling today? Squeeze the glutes, chin up, and release. And mobilizing the spine. And some movement in there, particularly if we've been doing a lot of desk work today. Good to get moving again. I'm going to do that 4 times. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. So 2 more. And final one. Bring down to the ground. And then from here, we can meet in our downward dog. So lifting the tailbone, pressing down through the heels. We're going to rise up onto our tiptoes and press down, bringing our foot around the back of the calf like this. Dig into those tight calves Julia was talking about. All right, so let's give that a go on the other side. Tiptoe and then drop, press down through the heel. Breathe. And let's do that again on the other side. So touch down. Notice as you look at your foot, can you get the outer edge of it parallel with the edge of the mat? Let's do that on the other side. So have a check-in on your position as you do it. And then let's take a walk with our feet towards our hands, coming down onto the back. So some Pilates core exercise. You can slide your fingertips into the curve of your back, rolling your shoulders back, extend, tap down and move back in. So Pilates single leg stretch. Our level 2 option starts with the knee up above the hip like this. Our level 3 option starts like this with our toes above our hip. We're going to flex our feet when we're in, point our toes on the way out. So whichever version you're doing, I'd like you to flex on the way in and point your toes on the way out. Can you do that 4 more times? 2 more. So final one. And bend your knees. If you can circle, open the hip. Circle, open. So getting good blood flow around the hip joints. Reversing back in the opposite direction. Breathe. And final one. Alrighty, so from here we're going to rock up to a seated position. Now if you find it's tricky to sit up straight when you're on the ground, feel free to park a cushion, a wedge, a block, something like that underneath. And I'd like you to point your toes and get upright in your upper body and see if you can sort of roll your knees backwards. When you're here, I'm going to flex our feet, sit, or wherever you can get hold of, and then bring this arm over. Can you bring it back by your ear, holding down for a few seconds, and then pointy toes again as we lift. We're getting hold of whatever is holdable. Arm coming over. Breathing in, pointy toes, rolling the knees back, flexing, And think of your head sort of coming down towards your knee. Upper arm coming over by the ear. Now, that's gotten easier. You can scoop this arm underneath and get your head closer to your knee. So choose your level. Tougher option, scooping that underarm. We're going to hold down for 3, 2, 1. And we do that 3 more times. So 2 more. All the way down, little pull. And final one. So opening out our hamstrings, our adductors, and then if you can give your legs a little shake out and crisscross our legs. So now in a seated position, you can lengthen up through your back. You bring your arms up, back, spreading out through the fingers, and we're going to lean forwards. What's our furthest reach point on this first one? Notice where you feel the stretch, and then sliding the hands in. Breathing in as you come up. Exhaling, chin in. Breathe. And sliding the hands in. And breathing out. Can you nudge your fingers just that little bit further forwards? Notice where you feel the stretch. Alright, so one more time, and then we're going to crisscross over with the other leg at the top. So if you can switch the legs, straightening up through your back, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, sliding in, exhale, reach. And we're going to do 2 more, breathing out. Breathing in positive, healthy energy. Exhaling out any stresses and tensions and worries. Alright, and then from here, let's see if we can do just a little balance where we hold the feet, hover them and lengthen up through the spine. Can we stay with a hover and switch the leg? Lengthened up through the back and switch. Now if you want to, you can do the legs akimbo version on the switch. It's up to you. And reach and grab. Reach and grab. Can we do 2 more? So last one. Alrighty, well done. Let's come up to standing. Now's a good time to have a drink. How's the mini habits gone today? My turmeric, lemon and coconut. Okay, if you can find a stick, I'm going to do some lunge stretching. So if you can join me standing, have a nice big space between your feet, knuckles and lower back together. So tucking the tailbone under as we come down, down, down. Can you get your body upright? Can you straighten your leg a little bit at the back there? That's it, and then coming up again. And bend into the front knee. Holding the stretch. Now can you square up your hips as you straighten your back leg? Try not to twist that left hip out. Come back up. Let's do it again. So coming down. I get a bit of flexion on the toes on the back foot. And then can you take your back leg to the front and bring your knee up and balance? So you're standing on the one leg. And you extend your leg out to the front, straight leg. And then stride it back into the lunge. Alright, let's release, give the legs a shake, and we'll turn around, swap the arms, and do that the other way. So nice big stride, tucking the tailbone under, coming down, hold, breathe, squaring up the hips, straightening the back leg,
Maybe I'm right.
And coming back up.
Maybe I'm wrong.
And drop. So good stamina building for the legs, stretching for the hips.
If it's a crime, then I'm guilty.
Let's do that again. Coming up.
Guilty of loving.
And down. So dynamic move coming up. Can we bring our back foot so our knee is raised? We come up. Ooh, hello. Wobbling optional. Hold and then extending. So we straighten the leg out. Pointy toes. And then bending the leg back in. Can we go back into that lunge position? Knuckles lower back together. Nice and upright. Breathe. Alrighty, well done. Give the legs a shake. Alright, grab another drink. It's getting warm in here. Okay, let's keep hold of our stick. And we're going to come down onto our side. So, working the side of our core now. So Pilates side moves. You could bring the stick around the back of your head, connect it to your shoulders and your tailbone. We're going to lift up from the waistline, hover through the top leg, and bring it down. Hover and lower. Keep lifted in your waist. We're going to hover the leg, and then can you point your toe by your knee, and then reach your toes to the ceiling, control back down. Let's do that again. So keep lifted in the waistline as you hover, and we turn the leg out, and then we reach the toes and come back down. Next level, we've got both legs off the ground. So we stay with a hover as we bring the toes up, extend. Can you keep that bottom leg off the floor? And then lower down. So we lift both for next level. Hover, reach, and come back down. That's it. Now try and keep your hips stacked as you do it. With the stick still attached to your head, shoulders, and your tailbone. Do that twice more. Keep reaching through the toes. Conditioning for our feet. So final one. Alrighty, well done. Let's give that a go on the other side. So head, shoulders, tailbone, down the other way. Lifting up through your waist. So pointy toes, just doing the single leg. Turning out, and then reach and extend. Control on the way down. And that good lift in the waistline. Ooh, hover. Me. Extend and coming down. And then next level, we do the hover. Point the toes, reach up to the ceiling. Keep that lift in the waistline. So both legs lifted. As you lift with both legs, can you keep your heels together? And then we slide. Two more. Conditioning for our legs, our waistline. Alrighty, let's release. Now you might find a weight useful on this next one. You need to get up and down the floor, use a band. Down and then back up. Level 2, we'll do it hands-free. Third level, arms back by the ears. Try it without the weight, and over time build up to using the weight. Inhaling on the lower, exhaling on the left. Eye gaze up to the ceiling helps to align the head. Breathing in as you come down, out as you lift. Can you do that twice more? And final one. And then from there, can you find some weights on our arms? If you can, your elbows out to weight. Lower. One, level 2, that's an extension. Third level, extend, lift, open, and back in and down. And soften your shoulders as your arms come over the head. Can we do 4 more? Breathe. Think about through the crown of your head, your tailbone hang down. 2 more. Final one. If you like, just for fun, staying on the tiptoes on the last one. Can you turn, look towards the backhand, move to the middle. Can we turn and do the same on the other side? Depending on the level of weight we're using. Alrighty, rest up. Give your arms a bit of a shake. And moving into a yoga stretch. Maybe through the inner thigh and the side of the body. So feet nice and wide. Turning out over here into triangle pose. We're going to angle in with that leg. Up the top hand, down with the bottom arm. Turn the head, deep breath. Put your fingers down, and over time you can bring your hands flatly to the ground. That might be enough for you, but more advanced option, notice I'm now around. Lowering, moving into an warrior pose. So we flatten the back leg, straight leg at the back, bent leg at the front. Square shoulders up above the hips. Breathe. Alrighty, we're going to straighten the leg. And can we turn? So we're out on this side now. Angling in on the back foot. Going high gaze turned up to test our balance. Head back. Breathe. So either staying with this, or if you're getting a bit more bendy now, fingertips to the floor. Or you can flatten your hand over time, and then once you've achieved that over time, we then add the switch. So turn. Breathe. Release, bending into the knee, switching into our warrior pose. Shoulders above the hip, tuck your tailbone under. Breathe. Alrighty, let's release, give the legs a shake. Okay, coming down next onto our front. We've got a sort of human dart-like shape next, so a little bit like a cobra, but without using the arms. So great for strength conditioning through the body. If you just have a look at where I've placed my hands, I've got the thumbs down and the fingertips are up in the air, arms are hovered. And if you just really sort of weight your pubic bone down into the floor, so press your pubic bone, that will help to lengthen your lower back. And then squeeze your bottom as you just hover your arms. Hover your arms like you're holding something behind you. And then back down. So we really want to kick the triceps in at the back of the arm. Open your chest. 2, 3, and then release. And sort of sending energy through the hands. Then human dart-like pose coming up. We lift the chest. I sort of imagine myself as a human cannonball or something like that on this one. So let's do it again. We're going to lift through the upper body, squeeze, heels together if you can. Will really help to activate the glutes, but keep pressing the pubic bone down to help the back. Now, if you've got a happy back, you can add a lift like this with the legs and then come down. So inhaling on the lift, 2, 3, exhaling as we come down, and really sort of pulling the shoulder blades back towards each other. Doing a level that feels safe and appropriate for your back today. Do that 3 more times. Squeezing and then releasing. 2 more. Spreading the fingers, sending energy through the hands. And final one. And relaxing off. And let's meet up in our child pose. So if you can do this and open your knees, park your bottom like that back onto your heels. And we'll go long into the arms, reaching the fingers forwards. Having practiced child pose for years, I remember realising why it was called child pose once I had Zach. He thought this is a common sleep position for him when he was a baby. He seemed very happy in this pose. Alrighty, from here, we're going to lift again into our downward dog. So if you can park your bottom in the air, allow your heels to drop down. Again, we're going to switch to one leg, and I'd like you to sweep the toes with this other leg. How much height can you get on that leg? Can you turn your eye gaze up? Can you point the toes to the ceiling? Have a look. How does it look? Where is that leg? And then coming down, we're going to flex into our toes, and then straighten the legs. Drop the heel, point the toes again. How's the height on this one? Have a look. And let's release down. Flexing the toes again. Alrighty, so having a sit back into our child pose. And we're going to walk our feet through our hands. If you can pop down onto your back again for me. Hands here around the back of the head. Can you touch your opposite elbow to your knee and then lower? Breathe out. Breathe in. Level 2, alternating. Level 3, extending the leg. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2. Working on the abs. 2 more breaths. Alrighty, when you're done, can you straighten your legs? Interlace your hands. You're going to turn the palms out. Touch the little fingers side down and let your back arch. Close your eyes. Use this as your breathing space. And again, deep breath. Alrighty, we're going to bend through our leg. Pop the hands just around the back. And we're going to take our feet wide. And we'll take a little walk with our hands, a bit like a cat clawing forwards. Go quite wide with your hands. And as you get your chest lower to the floor, notice your knees may sort of roll in a bit. Try and rotate them out. Send energy through your toes. You're pointing your toes. And then relax your legs as you walk back in. We're going to flex our feet. And then on the way out, if you can point your toes again, go wide with your hands. Roll your knees back. Can you get your chest a little lower to the floor? Nudging down. Alrighty, flexing the feet. I'm going to keep our feet flexed as we walk the hands. Keeping them flexed, we get a little further down. What's the difference between the foot flexed and the pointy toes. We're going to point the toes now on the way up, and then flexing as we come down. Breathe. And walking in with the hands. Well done. You can give your legs a shake. Let's come up to standing. Have another drink. Alrighty, so standing at the edge of your mat, I'd like you to bring your palms together. And you arch back slightly and look up. And then as you come down, we're going to fold, taking hold of the ankles, tucking the head in, nose to knees. Now as you walk your hands forwards, you can either bring your knees to the floor and take a press here, or you can do it from your toes. And then we walk back in, hang loose, a bit ragdoll-like, and uncurl. Let's do that again. Inhaling at the top, just leaning back slightly to test our balance, and then folding down and through, tucking the head in. So walking with the hands, again, you can do it with your knees, or tougher option, we're going to lower from the toes, push back up, walk the hands in, and uncurl. Let's do that again. Inhaling as we come up, palms together, breathe, leaning back to test our balance, opening the arms, folding through, walking into a plank, shoulders down, and let your chest touch the floor, and then lift. Walking back in, uncurling, and do it again. Now this time as we go into the plank, we're going to add a little single leg hover. So you can either do it from your knees, easier version, or if you want to go for it tonight, tougher version, we do is doing it from the toes. So we're going to hold it here, hover a leg, bring it down, try and keep your bottom the same height as your shoulder, other leg, and then we lower and we lift. Bring the hands through, curling. Let's give that another go. So if it's getting tough, if you want to, you can drop it back to your knees. There's quite a longer hold there on the arms. You can stay on your toes. Make sure you've got a good shoulder posture, so pull the blades down. And let's do the other foot. And let your chest lower and lift. We're just going to do that one more time. Hip toe balance, add that lean back. And folding down and through, and towards the knees. Walking with the hands. Pointy toes. Maintaining connection with your core. And then chest touching the ground. Alrighty, from here, can you open your knees? Keep your toes towards each other, and we're going to stretch into the groin. So elbows are down, knees are open, sitting bottom back, stretch around the groin, breathe, pushing back slightly. And then just parting the feet, pressing down through ankles and the heels. Alrighty, let's release off. I'm going to go up to standing and use a bit of wall. So if you can, turn your fingers backwards, striding through into a lunge, bending into your front knee, the inside leg forward, that's it, and then turn the head and look the shoulder, stretch through the front of the chest, head, And then release, and you wriggle your fingers up the wall just another inch. So bending into your knee, turn your head over your shoulder. Breathe. And let's release. Wriggle the fingers higher, bending into your front knee. Breathe. Notice where you're feeling the stretch. Let's compare that to the other side. So you can turn around, fingers turn back. Nice big stride and a little calf stretching on that back foot. If you have a look down at your back, you do it parallel with the front one. Let's release, wriggling the fingers a little higher, bending the knee at the front. Breathe. And just one more time, a little bit higher, bending the front knee. Alrighty, let's release. We're gonna take a foam roller next. If you can grab a roller. Do this with your feet flat on the floor. We're gonna move into a shoulder bridge. So using your roller for the more advanced version. On there, palms facing up. We're going to curl the tailbone, squeeze the bottom, squeeze the pelvic floor, and then imprint down bit by bit. Let's do that again. So tucking under, can you point your toes just slightly down on the roller? Squeeze, and then release as you lower. Let's do that again. Tucking under. Squeeze, bring the toes down, and as you roll, are you rolling segmentally? How's the spine movement today? On this one, we're going to hold at the top, hover the arms over the top of the head, nice big circle around with the arms, and then aiming for that segmental movement down. We've got 3 more to go. Coming up, hover the arms, and a nice big circle. Let's do 2 more. Tucking under, curling up, hovering, extending, nice big circle, and we got more in the tank. So last one, good squeeze through the pelvic floor, good to get a set in every day, and imprinting down. Let's take a stretch for our hamstrings. So we're going to go long with the top leg, use the hand to pull in. 2, we're going to straighten the bottom leg down. 3rd level, we're going to bring our nose and our knee together. Something like that. And let's release, bend the legs. And we'll give that a go on the other side. So straight leg, taking hold. We'll pull. Level 2, we straighten the bottom leg. Level 3, we bring the nose and the knee together. Breathe. Alright, then we're going to cross that leg over the other one. Popping the hands just at the back of the thigh. Into glute stretch, using the elbow to push out. Can we get hold of our feet? Opposite hand onto opposite foot. Bring our feet to the floor, tie ourselves up in knots, push the bottom knee down, push the top knee away. Squeezing the shoulders, breathe. Inhaling to the belly, exhaling out. Just close your eyes, do that again. Alright, let's switch the legs. So we want the other one on the top, hands around the back of the thigh. Use the hands to pull in, use the elbow to push out. Alrighty, from there, can we get opposite hands onto the feet? Feet to the floor, push the bottom knee down, pressing the top knee away. Squeeze your shoulders, lift your breastbone. Breathe into into your belly. So again, deep breath. And if you can untangle the knotty legs, placing your feet flat on the floor, hands on top of your belly, and closing your eyes. Like I'm being put to bed with all those little baby toys. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and a longer exhale. Again, deep breath in through your nose and a long exhale. And do that one more time. Deep breath in and breathe out. To gently press the back of your head into the ground. So you're sort of tucking your chin in and then release. And do that again. Tuck the chin in, push the back of the head. And we're going to repeat that, but this time we're going to do it on the foam roller with some surrender arms. Now you can either do the surrender arms with or without the weight. Too much with the weight, then just do it without. So we want to pop our bodies along the roller. So wriggle the bottom down, so make sure you've got your bottom and your head on there. And then with the arm position, we want the hands just slightly wider than the elbow, just giving into gravity. That's it. So we'll do that. A little pressure again, chin in, and just pushing back of the head into the roll. And then release. And let's do that again. Chin in, pushing down. And release the head. And do it again, chin in. And two more. And final one. Alrighty, let's release. So nice for opening out the pecs and through the neck. Can you turn your roll around? Get it that way around now. That's it. Hands just supporting your head. You can lift your bottom. We're going to foam roll from the middle of the back into the upper back. Just noticing any little knotty spots. Looks nice and sunny where you are, Anna. There you go. That's life in the Malwoods. Let's roll over to one side. And just notice where are the tight spots over there. Just focusing in on ironing them out. And then let's give that a go on the other side. Again, just having a little explore any knotty, tighter spots, and just digging in a little more deeply. Alrighty, let's release. And we're going to come up to standing with a little bit of stretch for our neck. You can find your stick. Place it behind. We're going to walk the hands towards each other. If you can grip and pull like you're trying to pull the stick apart, and then we'll turn the head so we look down over the shoulder. Deep breath. and keep some body weight in your heels. And then let's release the head and do it again. So grip and pull, turn, breathe. And can you get your fingers just slightly closer on this next one? So grip, pull, turn. Alrighty, let's give that a go on the other side. So walking the hands towards each other. Grip, pull, turn. Gaze looking down behind the shoulder. Notice how this side compares. And let's release and do that again. So grip, pull and turn. Breathe. And just do that one more time. Alrighty, so if you can hit your unmute. That's made a difference to your day today. How are we feeling?